Welcome to Nagesh Karasgi Orchid School channel. I am Priscilla Asade. I am going to teach English subject. Students, today we are going to learn grammar part. So still now we have finished 3 lessons. Yes, so we are going to take a recap of lesson number 3. Do you know what we have learned? Do you remember what we have learned in lesson number 3? Yes, we have learned about kinds of sentences. In kinds of sentences, how many kinds are there? 4 kinds are there. First is statements, second is interrogative, third is imperative, and fourth is exclamatory sentences. In these 4 kinds of sentences, today we are going to learn in detail about interrogative sentences. So students, now open your Fun with Grammar book, page number 13, and you have to keep pencil along with you. Okay, ready? So this is a recap of lesson number 3. What we have learned? Sentences. In that what we have learned? Statements, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, and exclamatory sentences. So in short I will tell about all. Statements is nothing, a simple sentence or assertive sentences. What is interrogative sentences, which we are going to learn today in detail? It is nothing but the question we ask to someone. And imperative sentences is nothing but it is the order or command which we give to someone. And exclamatory sentences are nothing but a sudden expressions. Okay. So today we are going to learn lesson number 4, that is interrogative sentences. Now, what is interrogative sentences? This is a definition of interrogative sentence. This we can see in our page 13. On the top, one pink block is there. Yes or no? There this definition is there. So first we will try to understand what is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are those that ask questions and have a question mark at the end. So students, what is interrogative sentence? Means when we ask questions to anyone, any type of question. What is your name? What is your school name? How are you? How old are you? Where do you live? Means when we expect some answers, that is some interrogative questions. And one more thing you have to keep in mind, that whenever interrogative sentences we write, you have to end that with question mark. So hope you have understood in detail what is interrogative sentences. This interrogative sentence I have taught you in the last lecture only. So again I will say, define this interrogative sentence. So read along with me. Interrogative sentences are those that ask questions and have a question mark at the end. So again we will read the definition of interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are those that ask questions and have a question mark at the end. Now students, we will see some example of interrogative sentence. Now see here, one example is there. Are you going to school? This is one of the question which is asked to someone, and we can see that it ends with a question mark. Means this sentence is expecting some answer from the other person. One more example we can see. Have you met Shashi? Yes, this is also a question. And what is important in this interrogative sentence? This question mark. Don't forget to put a question mark in interrogative sentences. Now next. Now what is this? You have to make question from statements. Here 3 examples I will tell you of the statements. Now here read the following statement. What is the first statement? I am intelligent. Which type of sentence is this? This is a statement, a simple statement is there. Second, she was sick. Third, he is late. Now what are these all three sentences? These sentences, these are statements. Now what we have to do? We have to make questions from statements. Means we have to make these statements in an interrogative sentence. Now we will see how we can make them. Now what we have to do? We can turn them into question in the following manner. Now what is the manner to make a statement into a question? Pay proper attention how we have to make into interrogative sentence. Now what is the sentence? I am intelligent. Can you see here? I am intelligent. So what you can see here? Can you see one arrow over here? This means this am, you have to take it here before the subject. Now in this statement, what is subject? Here it is I, and this verb you have to take before the subject. Means what will be the answer? Am I intelligent? See, can you see how we have made the question? Yes, you can see here am, I have put this am in front of the subject. So am I intelligent, and here this is a question. So what is important over here? A question mark. What you have to do? You have to put am at beginning before the subject I, and next thing what you have to do? You have to add a question mark. Understood, student? Okay, now we will see the next example. What is this? She was sick. This is a statement. Already I have made a arrow for that. She was sick. Now sick, what you will do? What you are going to do? Yes, you are going to shift this verb before the subject she. Means was will come over here, and you will put a question mark. Then it will become a interrogative sentence. See here, can you see? Yes, I have put this was in front of she. Was she sick? And question mark. And one more thing you have to keep in your mind, that when you are shifting this was before the subject, you have to make W capital, because we have learned in sentences that all type of sentence, it begins with capital letter and it ends with a question mark. So as we are learning interrogative sentence, so question mark is a must. So here they have given instruction. We have to put was before the subject she, and what we have done? Add question mark. Understood, student? Okay. Now we will turn on to the third example. Yes. Which statement is this? He is late. Yeah. What type of sentence is this? Yes, it is a statement. Now what we are going to do? We are going to shift is before the subject he. You should be able to recognize what is subject, which we have learned already in subject and predicate lesson, that is lesson number 2. Now how you will shift? So what will be the answer? Is he late? And what you are going to do? You are going to put question mark. So is, for is, I is capital. We'll see our answer. Is he late? Now have you seen here, when I took that is in front of the subject, I has become capital, and this he, when I have taken after subject, this will become small letter. And question mark means this is what we have done. We have turned this statement into a question. So what instruction is given? We have to put is before the subject he, and what is the next thing? Add question mark. Now here students, I have made you understand with the help of the 3 example how it is. Now we will see more example. Now one more thing we have to learn. What it is there? See, till now in 3 example what we have seen, that in all the 3 example only one verb was there. Now here we can see when the verb has more than one word, put the first word before the subject. Now what do you understood by this? Now here we can see one example. Can you see here? He has seen your report card. Okay, so this is a statement. Okay, so here we can see that here how many verbs are there? 2 verbs are there. In this, only the first verb, what you have to do? You have to shift it before the subject. Yes or no? So what you are going to do? Has he seen your report card? Here full stop will come. Has he seen your report card? Means only these 2 is going to change. The remaining one will be the same. Here can you see a question? Yes. So we have put has in front of the subject and the remaining is same. Before the subject he put a question mark. Understood student here? That when 2 verbs are there, that is helping verb and the main verb, that time only helping verb you will move before the subject and the remaining will be same. This will only when you will find 2 verbs in a particular sentence. Now here are some more examples of statements changed into interrogative sentence. Now we will see how it has been changed. He will come tomorrow morning. So students, first you try to recognize how many verbs are there. Yes, here there are 2 verbs, that is will and come. Can you see here students? Yes, will and come. So according to our rules, what we have to do when there is 2 verbs? We have to shift only the first verb, that is helping verb. It will come before the subject he. So what will be the answer? And the remaining sentence will be same as it is. So what will be the answer? Will he come tomorrow morning? And when we'll shift will to the first position, it will be in capital letter. Will he come tomorrow morning? And it will become a question. Understood students? Okay. Next, the boys were tired. This is a statement. Now here we can shift. What is the subject over here? The boys. So we will shift the verb before the subject. That is, were the boys tired and question mark. Now third, she was the winner. Now this statement you have to make into interrogative. How you will make? Chalo try. Yes, you will shift the verb before the subject. So what will be the answer? Was, what is the verb over here? Was. Was she the winner? And at last question mark. So W will be capital. Was she the winner? One more example we will see and then we will solve the exercise of page number 14. Last example. The girl was in class 3rd. This is a statement. Now students, make it into interrogative sentence. Hope you understood how to do it. Yes, it is was the girl in class 3rd and at the last question mark. W will be capital. Was the girl in class 3rd. See now, first I have explained you 3 examples and then afterwards I have explained you 4 examples. Yes or no? So hope you have understood clearly what we have to do when we want to change a statement into interrogative. First we have learned that in a sentence, if one verb is there, we have to shift the verb before the subject. And the next thing what we have learned, that in a sentence, if there is 2 verbs, we have to shift only the first verb before the subject. Only these 2 things you have to keep in your mind. So students, understood about this lesson clearly? Are you ready now to solve the exercise of page 14? Now I will help out only for 5 examples. The remaining 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'll give you time. You have to do it here itself. Students, take open page number 14, Fun with Grammar book. Hope you are having the book along with you. Page number 14 and take pencil with you. Ready? Okay. Now what is the instructions over here? That we write the following as interrogative sentence. Means we have been given all statements and you have to change into interrogative sentence. The children were obedient. Okay, so what is this? This is a statement. Now what you are going to do? In this how many verbs are there? Only one verb is there. So what you are going to do? You are going to shift. What is the verb over here? First tell me. Yes, it is were. So what you are going to do? You are going to shift this were before the subject. What is the subject over here? The children. So I will shift this were before the subject, that is were the children obedient. So when I will write were the children obedient, first thing what I will do? I will make W capital and I will complete the sentence with the at the end with the question mark. Copy down in your book, students. Next, see, you have to be very fast while writing. Second, he has a new mobile phone. Second one is he has a new mobile phone. So what is the verb over here? Has. Now what you are going to do with this verb? You are going to shift before the subject. What is the subject over here? He. So what is the answer? Yes, has he a new mobile phone. And at last, question mark. Is this your correct answer? I request you, students, please write fast in your book. Don't keep your book incomplete. Otherwise, you can make an arrow and afterwards you can complete. Now, we will move on to the third example. The train will be late. Come on, you try. Yes. What is the answer? Will the train be late? First try to recognize what is verb, then try to recognize what is subject and shift the verb before the subject. So what is the answer? Will the train be late? Okay, have you written down in your book? Yes. We'll move on to the fourth one. Tamal is fond of rock music. So what is verb over here? Is. What is subject? Tamal. So shift the verb in front of the subject Tamal. Now here, when you are shifting is in front of the subject Tamal, you have to make is I capital. Tamal will be remain as it is because it is a name of a person. So name of a person, place, animal, thing, we always write in capital letter. So don't make Tamal in small letter. Can you see here? Is T capital, Tamal, fond of rock music. An important thing, you have to put a question mark. Fifth, the doorbell is ringing. The doorbell is ringing. What is subject over here? Is. And subject the doorbell. So is the doorbell ringing. Okay, now I'll move on to the sixth one. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You try to solve now. You read the statement, make it an interrogative sentence. Yes, have you done? So I'll show you the answer. What is the answer? Are these bangles expensive? Yes, A is capital and in the last it is question mark. Seventh one. Come on, read this. It is a statement. It was raining in the evening. Here you can see there are two verbs. Yes. So what is the rule? Only the first verb you have to take in front of the verb. So what will be the answer? Was it raining in the evening? Question mark. Eighth one. Mansi will wait at the station. Here also two verbs are there, will wait. So we will shift the first verb, that is will, before Mansi, and Mansi will remain as it is because it is a name of a girl. So what will be the answer? Will Mansi wait at the station? Next, she will trust him blindly. The ninth one is there. She will trust him blindly. So we will shift the first verb will before she. So what is the answer? Will she trust him blindly? As she is a pronoun, we can't make it capital, we have to write in small. Only W will be capital. 10th. Someone is knocking at the door. Yes. Here also two verbs are there. Is knocking, only shift the first verb. That is you will take before someone. Is someone knocking at the door? And here question mark will come. Now we are going to revise what we have learned. Yes. Today what we have finished? Interrogative sentences. What we have learned? Interrogative sentences. So interrogative sentence, what it does? Yes, it asks questions. And what is the second thing you have to keep in your mind? To form interrogative sentences, you have to put. What you have to put? Now here, am, is, are. See here, am, is, are, was, were. Means if in sentence all these words are there, what you have to do with all these words? You have to put these words before the subject in sentences with am, is, are, was, were. It is telling that in a sentence if these words are there, you have to shift it before the subject. Understood? Okay. So now next is what? Has, have, had before the subject in the sentences with has, have, had. Now what this sentence says? That in some sentence where you will get this type of verb such as has, have, had, you have to put it before the subjects. Understood? Now one more thing you have to keep in your mind. What is that? That the first word before the subject when the verb has two words. Yes or no? Till here what was there? When these words are there, we have to put in before subject. But when in a sentence there is two verbs, so that time you have to put first word before the subject. When the verb has two words, that is one helping verb and the main verb, and here example has been given. Will come or have seen. So in will come, what is the first verb? Will. Only will you will shift before the subject, and for have seen you will shift only the have before the subject. So students, today I have taught you interrogative sentence and hope you understood what was there in interrogative sentence. So first what we have learned? We have learned the definition. What? That interrogative sentence asks question, and what is there which we have to keep in our mind? That we have to put a question mark. And in interrogative sentence, again I will repeat, two things we have learned. First is that in a sentence, when one verb is there, you have to shift that verb before the subject. And when there is two verbs, only the first word you have to shift before the subject. So students, today we have finished lesson number 4, interrogative sentence. And whatever exercise we have finished in page number 14, I have solved here in front of you. Many students are slow, so I request them to complete it. Hope so you have understood whatever I have taught, and why I have told you to write with pencil, so that if anything goes wrong, you can rub it and you can solve. But I request you that till lesson number 4, you have to complete all the exercise which we have finished. Thank you. Have a good day.